Oh, yesterday I went live and I started the live muted. And I just do like a sound check before I'm live. Like, am I muted? Have I got the right microphone connected? I go live and I just hit the live button and I'm like, oh shit. So anyway, good morning. Hello. It is Wednesday and I am coming live for today's episode of Going Live Anyway. I'll be honest, Arlo's right next to me in the chair. He might scream throughout the entire live. Amos is currently in a meeting. We've got all the kids home. It is the summer holidays here. And I am behind with so much work. I've got so much to do. Oh my God, I've got so much to do. But I'm going live anyway. That is the point of this. And today's question I'm going to be answering is how can I get past having a relatively small following and no email list to finding new contacts and prospects? And this is from one of our new members, Rachel Harmsworth. Welcome to the Rebellious Business Network, Rachel. Really excited to have you with us. In fact, let me just head over to our page and get this shared into the network so that Rachel might see it, and hopefully I'll be able to tag you in it as well, but often that's a little bit hit and miss. I'll tag her afterwards though, because no one wants to sit here and watch me figure out how to tag someone. Rebellious Business Network posted. Boom. So if you are here with me on the replay, drop me a hashtag replay. If you're here with me live, well, you're not, are you? Because we've got 0 people on the live right now, so I'm all on my own. I need a small violin. But I don't blame anyone because I'm never on time. I say I'm going to do this every day at 9 o'clock and it is currently 9:15 because I had to feed Arlo and, you know, we're just doing what we can when we can. And, you know, if we're late, we're going live anyway. That's the whole point. Imperfection is okay. Perfection paralysis is at bay and we're going live anyway. But yeah, so before I get into answering today's question, what I want to quickly remind you is that we have the Rebellious Business Show kicking off at 10:30 a.m. UK time, happens every week. And it's basically where me and Caroline come together for an hour to share our take and our answers on some things that people have been putting in the Spill It link. Now, the Spill It link is available for anybody to drop questions, dilemmas, stories, etc. And I'm going to grab the link to it so that you can, if you've got anything that you would like me and Caroline to unpack live on the show, then all you need to do is drop it in the Spill It link. Oh, damn it. Hang on. Oh, I had it then. Right, 1 second. /. It's a redirect link, so then when I click on enter, it disappears. Ugh, so annoying. Right, here we go. Also, just bear with me 1 second. Oh, never mind. Can you share the link here to the show, please, to sign up for it? We don't actually have a link. By the way, this is a LinkedIn user. Who are you? Why isn't it telling me your name? Hey, great to have you here. Might need to do a reconnection on that integration with LinkedIn there, because it's not. You are an anonymous user of LinkedIn. We don't have a link to sign up for the show anymore. We just live stream it and you can come and watch on the live stream. And so we will be, so you can hear the child. Sam is saying that the child is trying to co-host. We will be live in the Rebellious Business Network Facebook group at 10:30. And we will be on time with that one, because that one is, we take that one very, very seriously. So I should use, oh, hi, James. I should use Zoom for this because Zoom has great sound cancelling, whereas Restream doesn't. Like, you can hear Arlo kicking off. Should we get him? Let's get you involved, Arlo. Come and join in. Come and join in. Because I think, you know, the boy just needs a bit of human interaction. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Arlo. He is 4 months old and he is the newest rebel to, well, Rebellious HQ. He is the youngest and this is his favorite lion, so we'll bring him and get him involved as well. So we have the show kicking off at 10:30, and what I absolutely love is when people grab the Spill It link and they drop us outrageous, crazy, awkward stuff or business related questions or dilemmas or things for us to unpack. We've got one that we will be answering today from someone called Sergeant Stiffy or something like that. And it is not like what you might think. Okay, it is completely PG. He's got a brand that is about muscle stiffness and CBD. And so he's got some questions about his, we're going to unpack that on the show. So that should be quite fun. And then, we've got awkward questions. People ask us, me and Caroline, about our lives. There's questions about business, marketing, dilemmas. People share where they're stuck. Sometimes people just grab the Spill It link and just do a full-on rant about life. And we love that. We want to unpack that with you. And by the way, you can keep it anonymous. We even give you ideas for anonymous names that you could put in the Spill It link. So if you want to come and get involved, and that sounds fun, it is fun. Come and get involved. The Spill It link, I've just dropped it in the chat, rebelliousbusiness.com/spill-it. Spill it in the chat for you, in the comments. Click on that, spill it, and then join us at 10:30 in the Rebellious Business Network, which I think I just dropped the link to that in the chat. I did, yes, so you've got that there. James over on LinkedIn, let me know if you're getting links over there. Are the links arriving via LinkedIn? I might have to log into LinkedIn and find the live and give them to you. If it's not, let me know and I will come and deliver them personally. I will. So today's question then is, how can I get past having a relatively small following and no email list to finding new contacts and prospects? And this is tough. Like, honestly, if you've got some tips and you're like, oh, I remember those days, get involved, drop them in the chat. I would love to hear your tips and your advice and your perspective on this. I've got 3 very straightforward, simple, but powerful things that I would love to share that I think are going to make a huge difference to you starting to grow your audience. Before I get into those 3, I want to start with what not to do. This is what everybody does. You may have already done this, because generally people just do this first. It makes them feel like they've got some clarity on what it is that they're delivering, and it makes them feel like they've actually got a business, right? Or they've actually got some, they've got some assets. They've got something to show someone. And that is, do not build a website. Just don't. You don't need one yet. You do not need one yet, unless you're like a web designer and you help people build websites. You need to show people what, there are some cases in where a website, if you're going to run ads, or there are some places and cases where a website is needed. 99% of the time, we can start really building an audience and making a difference, and by prioritizing the things that are actually going to get us results. And the website does not come into the top 10 priority list. It really doesn't. It's costly to get a website built, cost easily at least $1,000. If you're going to do it yourself, it might take you 3 months, and your time is better spent elsewhere. And people don't generally need to look at your website before they trust you if you do the things that I'm going to tell you about here. So yeah, don't build a website. Don't get business cards printed. Be a bit of a rebel. Say, I don't know, I don't do business cards. Give people your LinkedIn QR code, get them to scan that, get connected with people on social media instead. But business cards, investment that's not worth the money, I feel. And if you rock up to a networking event and they're like, oh, well, you need to have a business card because we put them in a fishbowl and then we share them out, just be like, well, I'm a rebel. I don't waste trees for unnecessary, pointless reasons. And I also don't want my business card just sit in someone's drawer for the next 5 years and not be used. A complete waste of a tree, that. So in which case, you could just say, no, I'm actually one of the rebels in the Rebellious Business Network. We don't do business cards. Just blame me for it. It's fine. Next thing, logo. You do not need a logo. You don't need one. Don't spend money or time trying to build a logo. Go on Canva, write your name in a swishy font. That'll do. You don't need a logo. You don't even need to do that. Honestly, you really don't, because again, like, you don't need a website, and therefore you don't need a business card. You don't need a website or a business card. You've got nothing to put a logo on right now. And your logo is not your brand. It's also not important. The things that I'm going to share with you are going to be killer for you to start doing this. You do not need to do that. And then also automations. A lot of marketing strategies are based on automations, funnels, even PDF lead magnets. It's all based on getting people on your email list and building your business via automations. You don't need that right now. Where your best spending your time and focus, instead of getting your head around stuff that's going to automate your time, is doing the manual stuff. Because the manual stuff is the stuff that's going to get you connecting with people most. Yeah, it's the stuff where you're getting out there and starting conversations. Oh, this one is not happy. This one is not happy. I wonder if Amos can come to the rescue. Amos, are you able to have a baby on your knee in your meeting? Or maybe it can just be like this. Okay, thank you. Oh, Amos is a legend. Do you want the lion, Amos? Okay, he doesn't want the lion. So that then is what not to do. Automations, reason why we don't want to focus on those is because we're going to use those down the line when we're getting some traction. Yeah. And when we're getting some traction, those automations are going to save you time. But the manual stuff is the stuff that is connecting with people the most. So, you know, it's where you're actually sending emails and you're writing them yourself, or you're actually having physical conversations. You're not reliant on automations to do all of that for you. You're going to need that. You really are. But right now, your priority is building relationships, strong relationships, basically making friends. And you don't want automations building friends for you in the beginning. You want to get your solid baseline of people that really know, like, and trust you first. And then you build on that with automations. Yeah. So manual is best for the beginning. Whew, right. Let's check in with the comments we've got. So I haven't heard back from James on LinkedIn, so I don't know if he's got the links, but I'll go and chat later. Sam is saying contactless business card is a better way to go. I get mine from Vice. Yeah, contactless business card is great. The reason why I like LinkedIn and a LinkedIn connection, I don't know, like the contactless business card probably does that as well and gets people connected on socials. It's just that if we've got people on socials, we've got a DM inbox, and we've also got the algorithm that's going to show them posts that you put out on LinkedIn. And I think that building up those connections is more valuable in the sense that when it comes to putting promotions out, they're going to see them. Whereas if it's just exchanging numbers and emails, yeah, that's great. And that's, you know, we want to get telephone numbers and we want to keep in touch with people. But yeah, so we just basically want to be collecting people on LinkedIn or social media as well. Design is the garnish of the cocktail, and people keep starting here when they shouldn't. I agree. Yeah. Put the cucumbers away. We need to create the cocktail first. There we go. So 3 things then that you need to be doing that's going to really, really help. So number 1, just getting the mindset of making friends with people. It's not like, how can I get my business in front of people and how can I get more sales? That's what you want and that's the ultimate goal. But what we want to do is actually really start building a strong audience, and a strong audience of people that trust you. So straight from the off, I want you prioritizing, how can I get out there and make more friends? If you can go networking with the purpose to widen your circle and build that network up of businessy friends, they are going to know, like, and trust you, and they're more likely to work with you because they feel a connection with you than they are if you've got some slick strategy for conversion. Often sales and, you know, marketing feels a bit icky for people in the beginning, and that's because we've got the idea of trying to sell to cold people, and selling to cold people is awkward. You don't need to do that. Make friends with people, warm them up, and then offer solutions when you've built a bit of a relationship with them. It'll feel way more natural. You're like, yeah, but Cornelia, I need money now. Don't worry, I got some great tips coming. Don't worry. But that's the first thing, is prioritize making friends and build that audience and those relationships by showing up and being helpful. So it's not just about, like, you know, having banter about, you know, what's the latest article in Hello magazine. I don't mean like that, but I mean making friends by being helpful. Are you seeing that someone's struggling? Could you offer them a 30-minute call to help them with something? Are people asking questions? You could spend half an hour answering questions in the Facebook group. You know, you're in the Rebellious Business Network Facebook group. There's so many people to connect with in there. Instead of trying to pitch to them, they're just going to be like, don't know who you are, not interested. The best thing you can do is respond to any questions coming in, connect with people at the networking events and follow up with them, and also try and be helpful. Put content or put things in the group that are going to be valuable to the audience in there? Have you got tips on Canva, on ChatGPT, on the tools that you're using? You finding learning as you go, you know, share what you're learning as you go down this marketing journey. There's a lot of people in the group that will really benefit from that. And that might not be what you do. You might be like, but I don't teach marketing or whatever, but it's not the point. You're being valuable, you're showing up and you're being helpful. And that's going to make friends with people in the group. It's going to get you noticed, get you seen. People are going to appreciate it, etc. So that would be my priority. Number 2, concentrate your efforts on one community at the beginning. Like if you've arrived in the Rebellious Business Network and you're like, these are my people, I am a rebel, concentrate here, focus here. If you, it doesn't matter though, whatever community is the one that you're like, these are my people, focus on that one. You want to become the pillar of that community. Really hard for you to do the first step well, which is prioritize making friends and being really valuable, being really helpful. If you are spreading yourself across 10 different communities, the more you show up to the same networking event, the more you show up in the same group, the more familiarity you create, the more people feel like they know you, like you, trust you. So if you concentrate your efforts on one, if you've got time to do 2, you know, you want to do 3, that's great. But don't spread yourself too thin and do 5 or 6 or, you know, go wild. Just focus where you can on really pouring into that group with your idea is that I am going to become a pillar of this community. Like I'm going to become part of the furniture. People are going to know who I am because I'm here and I'm present and I'm showing up. Now look, Rebellious Business Network has got 5,000 people in it, nearly, I think 4,800 or something. So if you are a pillar there and you're showing up there, that means you're going to be showing, and it's an active group. We won't have loads and loads of people posting every 5 minutes, but I tell you what, you look in the stats in the back and you see how many are active. It's a very active group. People are consuming and watching the stuff in that group. And so if you're showing up on a regular basis, what is going to happen is you are going to be being noticed and seen. And I saw an example of this yesterday. One of our rebels, you know, Nicola, she's put out a post. She's got some new photography done and she's put out a post about something and shared a bit of a quote. And she's got some great comments underneath that post that are like from friends and friends, because she's in that group, she's present in that group, she has been for a long time, and people are like, oh my gosh, these photos look amazing, you look so young, you look so healthy, I love this new brand, I love this new style, because people recognize her and they know her and they connect with her. So that is just come from presence and being a part of that community and being a pillar of that community and being well known in that community. And what that results in is referrals. It results in people going to her for advice on the subject that she has, you know, on her niche, etc. So concentrate your efforts on one community. And thirdly, I said no automations yet. What I really recommend you do to get clients in fast is that you design a lead magnet that is a call, a type of call with you where you can jump on and support someone. It's not a discovery call, don't call it that. It's not a free coaching call, don't call it that. I want you to curate or design a little outcome that you can give someone on a one-to-one call. And I want you to have that like armed with you. I want you to have those with you as you go networking so that you can hand them out. If you see someone that has got the problem that you solve, you can say, look, you know, I've got these 30-minute brand audit sessions, or I've got these 30-minute website audit sessions, or I've got these, you know, and I would love to gift you one where we'll jump on and I will have a look over all of this for you and I will show you where the holes are, where the gaps are, what's missing. And that is a really valuable thing to offer. And what it's going to do is build relationships with people really fast. Now, you might, with the automations down the road, create an evergreen lead magnet that does the same thing that you would be doing on that one-to-one call, in effect. Like it might be a PDF that gives people, you know, takes people through a process and guides people how to do something or achieve something. Or it might be a video series or a webinar or something that doesn't require you to be there and deliver it. But the manualness of this is going to get you making connections really well, because if you're on a 30-minute call with someone, you're going to have a real connection with them by the end of that 30 minutes, or you might not. They might be like, you guys might not gel. That's fine. You'll have found out. But if you do gel and you are a good fit for each other, you're going to have a good connection by the end of it. And it's going to pave way for you to naturally be like, look, I would love to help you get this to the next level. Like, I know what you need and I know I can support you with this. Would you be open to hearing what working with me would look like? Because it feels natural at that point. You've demonstrated, you've given value, you've built connection, and you can easily offer to work with them on a project at that point without it feeling icky, right? So obviously there's so much nuance here. Who's your ideal client? Where are they? You know, how to connect with them, all these things or other things in and around this. But I hope that gives you like a bit of a clear pathway. Find the group of people that have got my clients in and feel like my kind of people, become a pillar of that community, prioritize making friends, prioritize that first and foremost, and then create some kind of value call that you can offer instead of a lead magnet. That is your lead magnet. You offer that and you get them booked in for it. You know, perhaps you get them on your email list and you start populating your email list of people that have booked this call. You know, they can book it in and it gets them on the little check box. I agree to be, you know, stay in touch with you and blah, 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 GDPR, etc. You know, we can think about all of those things, but that can be the lead magnet building your list. And what it's going to do is build you a real strong base of people that feel a connection with you and are potential clients and are in your world because you're showing up in a very manual way that is creating lots of connections and is prioritizing giving value, making friends, and making people feel good as a result. I hope that helps. Let me know if you've got anything you want to add. I know we've got some experts here, loads of experts here. You guys are awesome in the Rebellious Business Network. Please share your 2 cents. What tips would you give to someone starting out here? And a quick reminder on the question, how can I get past having a relatively small following and no email list to finding new contacts and prospects? So that is what I've just answered. I'd love to hear your 2 cents. And also let me know what your action step, what your takeaway, what are you going to do off the back of hearing this? If you had any ideas, is there something that you're going to do? Drop it in the comments right now, because that is an out loud verbal commitment to the rebels that you are going to take that and plug it in and press play, rather than just go, oh, that sounds like a good idea, and then carry on working on the busy stuff. It's not moving you forward. It's keeping you stuck because you're just busy doing things that aren't actually a priority, that aren't moving the needle. They are just keeping you busy for the sake of being busy. We're all guilty of that. We really are. So there we go. I'll be live with Caroline at 10:30, just under an hour. So please drop stuff on the Spill It link if you want us to unpack your spillets. I'm not going to explain that again. It's all explained on the link. Just look for the link that is / spill it, and come and join us on the show at 10:30. We will be live in the Rebellious Business Network. It will be pinned to the top of the page in the Rebellious Business Network, and I look forward to seeing you there.